Good morning, everyone. I am going to make my homemade granola. I've been making this exact granola for a couple of years now, and it is my favorite. When I used to actually go into work, I would make acai bowls, and people that showed up as early as me, sometimes I'd bring them in an acai bowl with my granola. But I like it a lot on yogurt, on acai bowls, even just snacking on it. So let's get started on my homemade granola. Hi, I'm Karen, and this is Grandma's New England Kitchen. One of the first things that I'm going to do is start working on the sauce and getting that all warmed up. I don't think I need it as high as I have it. So here I have a half a cup of light brown sugar, a third of a cup of maple syrup. Definitely have this up too high. A third of a cup of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of molasses, and I do have my oven preheating to 300 degrees. And this really doesn't take long. You're just trying to warm it and bring it all together. This is 1 tablespoon of salt, and then I can turn that off, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Or a tiny bit more. I use almond in this because when I finish, and this is the extract that I'm using, pure almond extract, I'm going to put cherries in it, and the almond and the cherries go really well together. Okay, now into this. It is going to go 1 cup of coconut chips, 2 3/4 of a cup of freshly rolled oats, 1 cup of pecans, a third of a cup of pumpkin seeds, and then just get all this mixed up together. My oatmeal looks a little bit different because it's not boxed. I do roll my oats themselves. You can dampen them first and then roll them. When it comes to the granola, I'm not too worried about it. I'm just trying to make sure everything is coated nicely. Okay, let me move everything over, and then I will get it all spread out for you to see. So I'll be back in just a second. I have my pan already. Let me just get all this out of the pan. Just make sure you have a pan that's big enough to mix everything in. You want to try to make sure you get everything coated nicely. And spread it out nice and evenly. I'm definitely doing it on parchment paper. Makes getting it off of it a whole lot better. Okay, I am going to go and put this into the 300-degree oven. I got molasses all over me, sticky stuff all over me. And I'll show you it when I bring it out for its first stirring. So, see you in a bit. We are into the first 10 minutes. The total is going to be about 40 to 50 minutes. But you want to get in and start stirring it up. It definitely has about another 50 minutes to go. But let's get that spread back out. And I will go put it back in. All right, we are 20 minutes in. It's starting to bubble on the tray. So I'll get this stirred around again. And then spread it back out. Afraid that's going to burn my fingers. But nope. Tastes good. Okay, so I'm going to go put it back in for another 10 minutes. But we're getting there. Another 10 minutes has passed. And it is starting to brown a little bit more. You can definitely notice it on the pecans. So we're going to have anywhere from 10 to 20 more minutes left. So let me go ahead and get this back in. And I will see you in 10 minutes. And when it's all done, I'll show you what we do at the very end. Because there is more going into this. We are at 40 minutes. And you can see it's actually breaking apart a little bit better. It's not as wet. So just a little bit. I'm going to put it back in for the last 10 minutes. And this is even going to get more like granola, a little bit harder, dried onto it as it sets and cools. But it smells absolutely divine. I'm looking forward to eating some of this. So let me go ahead and get this in for the last 10 minutes. And then I'll show you what we do at the end to it. See you in a bit. it is done. The last things that we do is the zest of a lemon. Just make sure you're only getting the yellow part. Oh, it smells good. Okay, and then I have a 5-ounce bag of cherries, dried cherries. Try to break them up the best you can if any of them are stuck together. And then the next thing I have are these dry Maine wild blueberries. And it's roughly about a half a cup of these that I'll put down. Now I'll just mix it all up. As you can tell, it's pretty dry and it's going to get a little crispier as it cools even more. Oh, it smells fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to let this cool down, and then we'll come back and take a look at it after it cools. But you do want to make sure you get your dried fruits and stuff in there and the lemon zest right after it comes out of the oven for the last time. And then just make sure you get it stirred in really well. And let this sit and cool, and I'll be back when it's all cooled down. Okay, so it's time to pack it all up. So I just use mason jars. Just make sure it's cooled down. And so it doesn't go bad. I mean, you can, if you have like a vacuum seal thing, you can use that. Or just put it in the freezer and take out whatever you need. And that way it lasts for a really long time. But as you can see, it makes basically 2 1-quart jars. You can give one away to somebody. made a mess. But so here we have 2 jars of homemade granola. It is absolutely fantastic. If you do not want it as salty, I like the saltiness with it. Hold on, let me move this up while I'm talking. So I do the saltiness with it. And you can always cut back and not do a full tablespoon, maybe do a half a tablespoon. So I hope you like it. I hope you give it a try. And if you like it, please hit like and subscribe, hit the little bell notification, and I'll let you know when I'm uploading another video. And I hope you have a good evening. And amazingly, it's still light outside and I'm done with the video. That's a miracle. Have a good day.